What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector. Shorten it by 2 letters, without the IR.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see my knee. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in the shack now. Still push a button and let the roof on the lack down. I'm on the road doing shows.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll throw out of the gun. That is hauled in at the 5. And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
That's hauled in at the 2.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. He'll start at the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Buccaneers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They run over center with Williams. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 18 yards on the pickup there. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. He'll get that complete to Ross. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that 1st down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
And he's very close to a 1st down, out of bounds right at the marker. Spot is just a little short, so it is 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Williams. And he's going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. No problem there. They get the 1st by plenty on that 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Receiver in motion, going right. Well, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Here's a screen set up to Williams. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
And time runs out there. He just airmails it towards the bench. Incomplete. Sense a little frustration there. It brings up third down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Gay's kick is good. And the Buccaneers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
2 minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
3rd down and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. They go right back to Coleman. He's got it again. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
That's caught left side by Pitts. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
Falcons, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
He'll get this to Pitts once more. And he'll take it on in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Atlanta. Point after try forthcoming. He knocks it through. And the Falcons are on top. It's 14-10. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this 1st half with a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Putting the tight end in motion. He'll drop to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, Not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up, and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
Fourth down, they bring out Michael Pilardi to punt. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Moving the tight end right. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And showing the quick feet there as he gets forward for a pickup of 3. So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw here is complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made, and that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at their line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
He'll look to throw. This one complete right side. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Out breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. A throw on the move is caught. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
At the 47-yard line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That is Christian Barmore. Gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground.
The ball carried by number 39. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's to Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
So I really like the decision here that you're going to throw the ball to one of your big tight ends, but it's the personnel grouping that you do it out of. Bring as many big bodies onto the field as possible, stay with the passing game, and you're able to find one of those big tight ends for a 1st down.
They'll turn and hand this one off. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Man in motion is Coleman. Now, faking the give. To the right, that's Pitts. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to be 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's a zone read to start the drive. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Back to throw. He'll get that complete to Ross. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they will finally run him down up near midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's the tight end, Pitts. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, Atlanta.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 2. They'll stick with him again. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not. And it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
Williams, and he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Now it is 1st and goal. On the give, it's Williams. And good strength shown there. He takes it down to the 8. Now here's 2nd and goal. Here's the toss as they look to run. To the pylon, he's in. Touchdown, Falcons. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. 2 choices down there. Either work it up inside or use that speed to the edge. And Greggy's able to sneak it in for the touchdown.
Down here this close, Mike, there's a lot of bodies in there tight. So oftentimes, if you can get the back on the edge, they can rely on that speed, and that's exactly what we saw here. He wins the race to the pylon, and he's rewarded with 6 points.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bucs offense headed back to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. That's out wide to Williams. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Short throw taken by Pitts. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 43, here's second and a yard. They'll go again here with Williams. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Third and 2. Here we go. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 16 on that connection. It's good for a Falcon first down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And he'll get about 5.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
From the 21, here's second down and 4. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. Third and short, fourth and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
That's caught left side by Pitts. And he will score! Kyle Pitts, touchdown Atlanta. He's got another one, his second touchdown of the evening. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now, the extra point. It's up and good. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bucs offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll look to throw. A short one there to Otten. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Now, this looks like a design run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Third down and 3. He'll drop to throw. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll look to throw again. A throw right side. Going to be taken in by McMillan. Here's 3rd and 2. He'll try to run for it with Williams. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he will have the first down. So they roll the dice on 4th down in the red zone. And it pays off with first and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they...
And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Now Gay for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Buccaneers are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
They go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll go with Bill. That's Krusky Merritt. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Williams gets it on the draw. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second. They'll talk things over before third down. Taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second down and 8. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. They'll run it with Williams.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
Raheem Morris now will send out the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. No issues there. This one is good. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here are the Buccaneers down on the scoreboard. A little under 30 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order, but they've got the ball and they've got a first down. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game. Ride that to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL